It's finally happened, guys. For years, the legend stayed dormant. The cure was in his grasp the entire time. It has always been in front of him, next to him, and now on top of him. And we all knew it. We stand together as men to rejoice in Rudy's step towards regaining his manhood, to live up to his name of Rudis Quagmire Grey Rat. He is yet a step away from becoming a man again. So guys, there's obviously spoilers. When the time gets hard, you know it's coming. And Rudy's time is almost coming. After an episode of reintroducing one of the most important characters to the plot in regards to the teleportation, Shizuka Nanahoshi, for this episode, we've moved back into the slower paced slice of life character development style that the whole season has been like, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, because this episode addresses the one thing that his entire arc has been about, and that is his ED. His erectile dysfunction is functioning almost once again. So this episode, it just takes us through Rudy's new daily routine. He trains, he goes to class, and he makes the inner Sylphie super jealous by Rudy giving Nanahoshi all of his mana juice. We even get to see the return of the OG himself, the homie, the uncle, the discount Paul. Sold that. Count it for me, guys. This episode even shows us a little bit more, and still a couple, it has not been doomed just yet, of Cliff and Alina Lise continually to show that their relationship remains strong. Cliff is out here bothering Rudy almost every day about how he can help cure Alina Lise's curse. And Rudy's out here telling them everything that's happened to this point about this whole Laplace and Sperdo kind of situation. Something about removing curses and putting it into objects, which is actually very, very important. And I'm sure that is going to come up once again. And that also sets us up for a ton of funny things. Let's just say Alina Lise's curse is removed. But let's just say Alina Lise's curse was never a curse. But for real though, guys, half of the episode takes us into Rudy's daily routine. Every character that he's met up to this point. So they covered a little bit of Zanoba and the dwarf girl Julie's training of making these anime figures. The dwarf girl Julie still has a ton of ways to go, but there is some progress. We learned that Rudis is training with Body Gotti, and they have a small little conversation that, you know, is kind of relevant. Body Gotti brings up, hey, why, Rudy, do you want to get stronger? He says that most people that train, that want to be stronger, they do it for the bitches. They do it for the ladies. And you know what? Rudy is not far from that. But the cliche answer is what, guys? I need to protect my family. I need to save people's lives. No. Rudy just wants to save his ED. And we get another nice little scene of Body Gotti drinking quite heavily at the cafeteria table. It's another nice slice of life kind of scene, but we get to see Julie drink a little bit too, which is quite interesting. I guess that's just how the dwarf trope goes. And what also happened earlier in the episode when Rudy goes to see Nanahoshi, when he gives her the mana juices, they're just practicing on the summoning spells. And Nanahoshi's entire goal is to basically summon someone from Earth, from where both of them came from, and by doing so, hopefully they'll be able to reverse engineer that and summon people back into Earth. So that is pretty much their goal there, and there's not real progress, but it looks like Rudy himself is gonna study how to do summoning circles as well, as Nanahoshi throws a book at Rudy's head. Doink. That takes us to Fitz once again, the outer Sylphie. At the beginning of the episode, it shows Fitz being in the same situation she was in the previous episode. She's still scared. She's still waiting for the right moment to kind of confess to Rudy, but she's just not quite there yet. And, you know, she's all up in her head. She's believing, hey, look, he's spending all this time with this other girl. He's building this relationship with her. Why would he want to like me when I'm a dude? How the hell am I supposed to finesse this thing into getting him to like me or me confessing to him. She doesn't know what to do. Outer Sylphie Fitz. She's the definition of you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That is her character right now. Except luckily for her, she shows she has quite a bit of feminine qualities. Throughout the entire series, Rudy has gotten to the point where he's like, you know what? There's these feminine attractive features about Fitz. It's very, very strange. And you know, the feeling that he's getting, he just can't get over it. Guys, you might be able to change your gender, but you can't quite change the pheromones that you give off. And Rudy is into this very feminine Fitz. And he's hoping, dear God, that Fitz is actually a girl. So in a previous scene, when Rudy went out to go eat with Soldat, and once Rudy left that little get together of them catching up, Rudy runs into cousin Grey Rat and what looks like it's Fitz. But douchebag Grey Rat gets in the way and covers up for Fitz. And Rudy's like, yo, man, how come the homie senpai over here is not saying hello, man? Hey, man, I haven't seen you in a while. Let's catch up or something. But douchebag Grey Rat gets in the way. And Rudy's like, man, that is really tough, man. I miss my homie right here. Why is he acting so funny? Douchebag Grey Rat is like, you know what? Fitz can't talk right now. He's silent. He's Shizuka too. He was Shizuka before the other Shizuka. Everything needs to be Shizuka right now. Silent, baby. So Rudy, he goes away and he goes off and ponders off, hey, man, when I'm in a rut, I don't really have anyone I can confide in. Like, Body Gotti, hell no, not the demon dude. He's totally a brute. Not Purina or Linnea. They're totally just really beastly kids over here that would be terrible listeners. He can't really go to Zanaba or Julie. So all the people that he's gotten advice from or he's confided in and talked about all his problems, so that Fitz, they're not there. So what does he do? He goes to the library. You know what? I'm gonna read a book. Maybe I'm gonna summon some stuff. And who does he run into? Yes, he runs into Fitz. He's like, yo, senpai, how come you didn't say hello? And she's all like, you know what? I have to be silent. I'm silent Shizuka. I gotta bodyguard the princess. And they have a little conversation, but Rudy eventually figures out, you know what? That might have been the princess undercover as Fitz. Because that is totally one of the only logical situations. Because of that relationship they built, Fitz would have just said hi and then they would have just moved on. But they had a weird interaction. And before this scene happened, Rudy goes to like one of the principal people that runs the school and he's like, yo, what's up with this Fitz dude? Is he a dude? Or is he a chick? And the principal's like, you know what? I can't really say who he is, but he is a he. And Rudy's like, you know what? That is freaking weird that he's talking like that. Huh. Very suspicious indeed. And then moving back to the scene between Fitz and Rudy, something happens. Something drastic happens. And Fitz falls on top of Rudy. Oh my goodness, guys. This is almost like she slipped and fell on his... You guys thought I was about to say pee. But she did slip and fall and fell on top of Rudy. And what does Rudy do? He grabs her by the waist and by the booty. And we all know there's a difference between a man booty and a girl booty. And he definitely felt a girl booty. And Rudy says the secret out loud. Fitz, I knew you were a chick. I just knew it. I knew I wasn't gay. Rudy knew this whole time. He deduced this the entire time that there's no way he could be gay, but he's really into this dude that feels a lot like a chick. And this dude ends up being the female. And what does Fitz do? No, you got it wrong. And then Fitz runs away just like a girl would. And when Fitz was on top of Rudy, he felt the moment. It was the moment, the glory, and everything that culminated to this point. His entire journey for years, it's been like this. His little Rudy has become big Rudy once again. Rudis Doranuma Grey Rat, aka the Quagmire, is back at it again. But Rudy gives it a few strokes, even though it's a little bit taller, but it's just not quite there yet. But this is a great step forward. But yes, This episode was another great episode, and it's back to the slice of life. And you know, guys, I still like slice of life. Don't get me wrong, but I did really like the main plot oriented episode from the previous episode. But what's different about this slice of life episode, it addressed Rudy's main arc in his hero's journey, right? What is his hero's journey? To cure his little Doranuma. So he is one step closer. So how he's curing his little Doranuma? He is starting to fall in love again. Rudy was questioning himself for falling in love with a guy, but now that he's found out that Fitz is a girl, things change a little bit. But Rudy is gonna respect Fitz's wishes of just playing along and just calling him senpai and just calling him the older brother that Fitz is pretending to be. As we know, guys, Rudy's kind of dumb. He doesn't realize that this is Sophie just yet. So there's still one bigger step here to the big reveal of Sophie coming out. So guys, it looks like we're just that much closer for solving Rudy's ED. And not only that, we're gonna get the big payoff of Sophie and Doranuma doing the nasty gray rat. I can't wait, guys, for this ED arc to climax. We're so close to the payoff. They've been teasing us this entire time, but we're almost there. It's another chill episode, so, you know, don't expect any fighting or anything like that. There's still a lot of characters. There's still a lot of things to pull from, so, but right now, it's just Rudy in his daily life at the Renoa school. And what is to come from Rudy and Fitz's relationship now that he's found out that Fitz is actually a girl. It's going to be interesting. So, you know, knowing Rudy, he might not be able to help himself. He might just invite Fitz over. He's like, yo, Fitz, you know, it's all good. You could keep it to yourself. I'll keep it to myself. And you could help me out right now. And you could completely solve my ED. Maybe they'll get together and the entire time he would never realize that Sophie. That would be hilarious as well. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys thought about the episode. I really enjoyed this episode. It was fun and it addressed one of the main character arcs of our main character, our protagonist, our MC, Rudis Quagmire Grey Rat. Doranuma himself, pacing wise, because it's slice of life, it's slower, but it's still a very good episode. The storytelling is very strong and it keeps us engaged still, so that's great. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I really enjoyed the episode. So yeah, do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Check out my blog at otakusen.com. And I appreciate you guys watching. And I'll see you guys on the next video.